Hello and welcome to the University of Wolverhampton, and what a game we have in store. It is the race for the bronze medal, the third place playoff. Both of these teams didn't get a chance to reach the final yesterday, but oh so close they were. We're going to listen to the national anthems, observed impeccably by everyone in the building throughout the games this week. It's the finals day in the men's partially sighted World Championships. We'll be right back with you straight after the national anthems.
In respect of both nations of the national anthems. First of all, the national anthem of Spain.
So the anthems are always impeccably observed around this arena. Sporting handshakes by both teams before the games begin. However, there has been other action this morning, and there'll also be another game. We'll hopefully show you in a second what's been going on. So Turkey lost out to the Italians 3-0, which means that Italy will gain 5th place. Turkey will take 6th, and 7th will be France. Right now we are witnessing Japan against Spain, but to come, the big final. It will be the host nation England against the world number 1 Ukraine. We're going to shortly get to look at the teams. First of all, we'll be starting with team lineup for Japan. Number 13, Atsushi Hosoya. Number 4, Kentaro Hanyu. Number 6, Elchiro Ohira. Number 9, Tomiyuko Iwata. And number 11, Shiho Shinose. And quite surprisingly, we do not start with Akasaki. The question is, when will he feature in this game? The substitutes are there to be seen. Takeshi Kangawa is the lead coach. There you have your starting 5 for Team Japan. We'll move on to the Spaniards, who are well beaten by Ukraine yesterday. No shame in that. However, they will take to the field with number 1, George Leopold Torres. Number 4, Mark Cruz. 6, Carlos Martinez Gonzalez. Number 9, Juan Miguel Fuentes Cornejo. Number 11, Juan Antonio Almeida Galvez. The substitutes are there to be seen. One of those guys, Saul Zamora, will look to come on and make a major impact. That is your lineup for Team Spain. So the tale of the tape so far is quite consistent in many ways. Both these teams finished second in their group respectively. Japan finished second in Group B, and it was Group A finished second Spain. So playing for third and fourth seems quite reasonable in a lot of ways. And to kick off, it will be the number 9, Tomi Yuka Iwata. He will kick off, and Japan will play left to right. When will we see the impressive Akasaki? Shinozi will have the ball. He'll knock it wide. He'll go across to the diminutive number 4, Hanyu. Hanyu loses out. Cornejo will have possession. He'll knock it back to Cruz. Cruz will come left. Galvez goes back across. There's Cornejo. It's back to Galvez. Cornejo will slow it down. He'll try find the number 6, the lone striker, Mendes. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Shinozi who rolls this. I think you would say Shinozi will leave that ball. It'll be the number 6, Ohira. He'll go long. It's a bad ball. It's picked up by Galvez. Cruz will knock it back to Cornejo. Cornejo will have it again. It's to Cruz. It's Galvez, and it nearly worked for a 1-2. And there is that man in goals. The number 13, Ashituka Hosoya. He's the substitute goalie. He was subbed on halfway through the penalty shootout against England. Maybe something that did backfire. But the main man in goals, Juo Kado, will start on the bench. Back to Cornejo. It goes across to Cruz. And cruising around the court, off he goes. Cornejo makes a great run. He's in on goal. And he chips it. And ooh, it would have been such a delicate finish by Cornejo, but already opened up the Japanese defence and just seemed like a certain goal-scoring opportunity about a metre above the bar, but a good intent by the men from Spain. The ball comes out to Cruz. He'll have the ball quite a lot. Wait till he gets to play together with Zamora. It's a good shot from Mendes as he tests the palms, and once again we see the Japanese goalkeeper playing exceptionally well. Both of these guys really, really efficient, and what a luxury it is for the Japanese team to have 2 very established goalkeepers. The goalkeeper for Spain is Alonso. He'll roll the ball out. Cornejo will take over once again. Galvez has been involved quite a lot. Cruz also. He tries to go to Mendes, but poor communication by the 2 Spaniards. But Mendes wins it back. He'll cut inside. He's gone for goal, and a little bit greedy as Galvez wanted him to square that ball. He made an exceptionally intensive run into the box, and it just didn't come from Mendes. But to be honest, probably one of Mendes' first mistakes as Cornejo smashes that ball, and it's out of your picture, but it's hitting the roof of this building. Mass substitutions as we see the man of the moment, Akasaki, coming on at number 10. The number 3, Takushi, who plays exceptionally well with Akasaki. He's on, but picked up by Cruz. It's a great ball, and Mendes wastes the opportunity. Also into the game, the goal scorer from yesterday's semi-final, the number 8, Kuke Oka. The number 2, Nakasawa, who is a player who plays on raw emotion. We saw yesterday against that England team, his job was to try get under the skin of Harry MacDonald. Fortunately for the home nation, it didn't succeed. Cornejo knocks it wide. Galvez on the ball. Galvez goes through the legs of Oka, who's bemused for a second, lost the ball. And Mendes will go backwards. Cornejo and Mendes just inside his own half will cross the halfway line. Back to Mendes. Lot of possession, but he's robbed by Akasaki. and Akixaki was pulled back by Mendes. They're going to consider whether this is a yellow card, but surely if that keeps happening, it will be. But great play once again by Akixaki as he held his opponent off and ventured towards the opposition goal, something we've been blessed to see in this games already. Mendes tries to win the ball back. Takushi will put it in from the side. And he goes for the long ball. Cornejo will pick it up. It's an errant touch, but no problems as Mendes has it. Cornejo backheels it. Galvez has to go retrieve that, which he doesn't like. Expended energy for no reason. The ball is back with Galvez, playing in the centre of defence for now. But here's an attack, and Oko just lost possession. He tried to get that ball out of his feet, but just not quick enough. It was an absolutely amazing finish to put Japan 1-0 up against the host nation. And if you can see him just out of the picture now, he'll be running down the wing, and it's the ball from Akixaki was just off, but he'll be running down the wing and creating space and trying to pull that Spanish defence apart and make them play out of shape. Mass substitutions also by the Spanish team. The captain has come in, also joined by Zamora, and Zamora will have a chance of a one-on-one, something he didn't have any time to do yesterday against the Ukrainians. He's going to hope that he gets the ball. That's the number 10, Saul Zamora. He takes the kick in. It's back to the playmaker, number 7, Cornejo. Oh, good interlink players. Canestro was looking there for the number 5 for Spain, but Cornejo brings it out. It's a chip ball, but it's much too far, and even someone of Zamora's speed had no chance. It will be Japan's ball. 15 minutes just over remaining in this first half. The scores are 0-0. No real chances except the first one from Cornejo for Spain, which was wasted. It's picked up by Canestro. Zamora will come infield. It's a bad touch and a great ball by Akixaki. Oh, and it should have been 1-0, but what a ball by Akixaki. And off went Kukioka. And he finished so well yesterday. This was an easier chance that he toe poked just wide, but the speed of Oka and the play of Akixaki as he picks up that ball, absolutely brilliant. Cornejo will have the ball. He'll spot the run of Zamora. It's a good run. He'll hit it across goal. And a well-worked play by Spain as Crevelin was inches away from putting the Spaniards 1-0 up. Just off the mark, but what a flowing attack by the men in red. The ball goes out, and it will be Japan's ball. Japan playing in the all-blue kit, playing left to right. Back onto the field is Iwata, joined also by the number 6, Ohira. Seems a strategy of the Japan coach to once again go 4-for-4. The number 4, Kentaro Hanyu, thick into the action as he tries to tackle. Crevelin goes back. It's a good ball by Cornejo. Canestro back to Cornejo, over to Zamora. Zamora will face his opponent up and stick into the task. Great play by Hanyu. Can Zamora go him again? It looks like he fancies his chances. The Ukrainians did such a good job of keeping Zamora quiet yesterday. He will want to get back at that other team and attack as much as he can. It's a wasted opportunity. Cornejo lets it slip and could have lost possession. Goes back to the keeper. A rare touch for Alonso. Canestro just keeps that ball in, and a nice touch there by Zamora as he gets away from his defender. He drags it back. Does he have a chance to shoot? Elects to pass. Coming down the right-hand side, Iwata. He wasn't used and it's cleared. Doesn't matter. Anywhere will do in those situations. Trevelyan taking no chances, and he's been playing up front mostly, but also known to be able to use his defensive qualities. Daniel Garcia, Trevelyan. Ball is with Japan. Iwata unable to control as it sails out for a goal kick. Alonso will casually walk over and roll this ball out to Canestro. It won't go to Canestro, as he always proves me wrong. It'll go straight to Zamora. Now it's at the feet of the captain. Good ball by Conejo, and off goes Zamora. And what speed and what a finish. How did he somehow squeeze that ball in? Looked at first sight like he had absolutely no chance of getting the ball, and after getting to it, how well did he finish? It's a long ball and Conejo plays it. He's probably overhit, but look at Zamora go, and indeed it has gone right through the legs of the goalkeeper, Atsushi Hosoya, who won't be too happy with that going in at the near post. What a goal by Saul Zamora. Akaksaki on the ball, plays it down, well left by Canestro. Really good play by the defender. Zamora will go in bounds, licking his lips now at every opportunity. He's made a good run and Canestro tried to find him, but Zamora is absolutely percolating now. Interesting strategy once again from the Japanese. They're flattening out the whole court. They're allowing Akaksaki to play against Trevelyan. One-on-one. Let's see when he goes. He'll cross the midline. He'll go right and he'll take it on. The speed that he plays at is a sight to behold, and the Spaniards are wondering why. This has been given a free kick. It seemed like Trevelyan won the ball. However, Akaksaki always has somebody near him. I'm sure that will even out during the game. But as for now, it will be a free kick to Japan, and it'll give Akaksaki the chance to rifle one. We saw in yesterday's game, the game looked done and dusted. England leading 2-1. No hope until enter that man, Akaksaki, who drove one in from similar distance from the right-hand side. Will history repeat itself? Standing over the ball, Takushi and Akaksaki. It is Akaksaki. He'll play it though, nice and sensibly. And it's a bad ball, but Zamora is off. It's one-on-one. Is this two? It is. And Saul Zamora is absolutely killing this Japanese team. And Akaksaki's head has gone down. Nakazawa also frustrated. And off went Zamora. And as quick as Japan can be going one way, Spain absolutely blasted them out of the park there. 2 goals for Saul Zamora, and you can see how much it means to him. The score right here from the University of Wolverhampton with 12 minutes remaining in this first half is Japan 0, Spain 2. We're just going to look back at both of these goals, and it's been the Saul Zamora show, as he never looked like he was going to win the race for this one. Somehow sizzled it into that bottom corner. That put the Spaniards 1-0 up. The second goal, more really of bad possession given away by Japan. They went short and lost out. It was an important touch by Trevelyan. And off went Zamora, and didn't he finish well? One-on-one opportunity, and he must have worked on that so many times. He runs over to the Spanish bench and they all celebrate. 2-0 Spain. Japan to take the restart. Akasaki, I would imagine, will be on for the rest of this one. And Zamora with a hefty challenge. If the only thing that is a concern for Sawol Zamora is his temperament. He's a fiery character, borderline arrogant as he always celebrates with the fans, but right now that is going in his favour. That ball is wasted by Akasaki, but the right idea as he tries to release the number 8, Oka. Sawol Zamora on the ball once more, dictating play. It's a good ball across, just behind Krevelin. As there's been a little collision and there's a Japanese player on the floor. Doesn't look good. Rightly so, the ball is kicked out by Canestro very sportingly. And you did see, I'm not sure if we can see a replay of how sporting Canestro was at that point. He kicked the ball out and there was a definite break for the Spaniards. There was a 3 against 2. And it just goes to show how well these games have been played and the spirit of competition is alive here in the University of Wolverhampton. Good sportsmanship by the Spanish right there. A round of applause from the fans as health and safety comes first, and Takushi will take a break and it will allow the physio to check him over. You know, as soon as a player goes down like that, these referees, they know these players inside out. They know who's going down too early and who's likely to be actually injured. So good refereeing. Cruz is back into the game. He'll switch it right. It's a good ball and Mendez will pick that ball up. He'll go inside, he'll go outside, and a good tackle by Shinoze. Galvez will switch it to Cruz. He'll go across the Cornejo, and it's Galvez with the shot, and unfamiliar territory from the number 11 as he had a chance to come inside and let that one rip. It's a good ball. It's across to Mendez, a shooting opportunity. And that could have been Spain getting their 3rd goal. A nice, well-worked play. And it just looks like Japan have not really settled down in this one. As you can see, that ball was thrown and there was no chance for Kukioka to even get to that ball. He does, but it goes straight, sailing out of bounds on the right-hand side. Cruz will have it at his feet. Cornejo look for the quick ball and a little triangle play that Spain have. I've referred to this quite often. Pep Guardiola style. Get the ball, pass the ball. The Spanish identity for all their teams. Whether it be the women's team nationally, the senior men's team nationally, the para games team, the blind team, they will always try. Get the ball, pass the ball. A referee showing some speed down that touchline. Sawol Zamora getting a run for his money by the referee. And that ball is wasted. Galvez with the rare error. And with over 10 minutes remaining in this first half, we can now see the leadership skills of Akasaki bellowing out orders to his teammates. Often looks quiet, often plays poker face, but he knows the seriousness of being 2-0 down to this European team. The ball will go out and he'll be happy that the pressure is kept on. And the ball is in the Spanish half, even though Spain will retain possession. It's a nice ball to Mendez. He moves it on. It's a bad touch by Galvez. He'll want that back as he just apologises to Mendez. And Mendez says, no problem. Let's get that ball back. It was such a frustrating afternoon for the Spaniards yesterday, going up against a well-oiled machine in Ukraine. They just never had the chance to get going. Couple of chances early went begging, and that was the end of their days. Sawol Zamora, Cruz and co just didn't get a sniff. But it's been a different story so far. Japan have been pegged back, Spain have been clinical, and there's been one man that's just been in a better gear than everyone else. Sawol Zamora leads this on 2 goals. He's taken a well-earned break on the bench. He's sat right on the edge of his seat, ready to come back in at any point should the manager depend on him. Cornet just switches it right. It's back with Mendes on this left side. Well defended and well ushered down the line by the Japanese. They do pick up the ball. It looked like a foul, but it was indeed a slip, but the referee wasn't to know that from his angle. Ball is with Japan. He's back with the number 6, Ohira. He gives the ball away. Cornejo with a nice touch. He stretches out a left leg. He picked the wrong option. He had Cruz going down that right hand side, and still there is Cruz in pursuit. It's a nice touch by the goalkeeper. Ohira won't keep that ball in. Just ran out of room down the right side. The ball will be played back in by the impressive number 9 Cornejo. There is a sub. Serda has just come on into the game. The camera just showed him right on the right hand side. Cornejo will go back to Cruz. Bit of a lull in play at this point, considering it's basically been one-way traffic from the men in red. There goes Serda. Immediate impact off the bench, and it's well defended by Kadoya. The Japanese will be so happy that they're in this actual game. If they could have come to the tournament and said, we hope to be playing in that 3rd or 4th spot. The one thing you do know about all Japanese and probably Chinese teams is from that region of the world, they always seem to get better. They're always well supported in terms of sport, and they always build and aspire to be the best they can be. In Japan, representing their country exceptionally well right now. And number 6, Ohira, will take this one from the side. When we get a break in play, we'll let you know what we have in store. It's a beautiful touch by Cornejo, and an even better one from Mendes. I'm not sure he could have done any better there. Just swarmed out by the keeper, and Cruz hits the deck, but sticks out a left leg that puts a stop to Japan's attack. So Japan have somewhat stopped the bleeding in terms of Spain going forward. And it has been a more balanced contest, but to-ing and fro-ing, trading attacks really won't get it done for the Japanese team over the course of this one. They'll need to play better football than that. They'll have to keep the ball and attack when they can. The Spaniards defensively a very organised unit, and another opportunity to get even more organisation across to his team. The Spanish coach takes a timeout. So here, the University of Wolverhampton, it's the partially sighted men's football tournament from IBSA. IBSA producing such a awesome competition all the way through since Wednesday. We're at finals day and we have a break in play, so we'll be able to tell you that the host nation, to many fans' delight over here, England, will be representing in the final. They'll be playing against the mighty Ukraine. So Ukraine number 1 in the world rankings, England number 2. That will mean nothing going into a one-game winner takes all. So they'll be playing for all the marbles at 6:30. Please join us about 6:15 and tune in. I'm Jason Swain. I'll be taking you through that final. But right now it's back to action for this third place playoff. Spain lead Japan 2-0 with just under 8 minutes remaining in the first half. It's a good ball. Mendes chooses to come back. Cornejo overhits that one, and even if Serda would have been 10 foot high, he wouldn't have caught that one. Nakazawa complaining to the referee, something that he's been familiarly doing for all this tournament. Oh, what skill by Akitsaki, and what a ball. Goes to the number 3, who doesn't have the same composure as Akitsaki. But the step over just allowed Akitsaki to drop the shoulder and go right into the middle of the pitch. Cornejo will come forward. He'll pass the ball off, And Akisaki's on the move. He'll get the ball at his feet. He'll have the chance to attack Conejo. Slowly slows it down. He was going to have a shot. You wouldn't put it past him to be able to score from there. It was a speculative shot in his own half, but what we saw yesterday, there's every opportunity that ball can be deflected and fly into the net from the sheer power. Oh, and a well-worked routine there. As Oka yesterday put that ball away against the England team. Akisaki drilled it, and if it had been any decent touch by Oka, it would have gone in. It was deemed to take a deflection, and Japan have a corner. Cross by Akisaki, and there's a 2-on-1. And will the ball come from Mendes to Cornejo? He'll take it on, and it was the right option. Sorry, it was Serda that ventured down that right-hand side, but Mendes initially tried to play that ball, ricocheted back to him, and rightly took it on to get a strike on goal. It will be a Japanese ball. Absolutely blown away by the elite level that these players are playing at. The preparation of these guys is a sight to behold. And Nakasawa getting in the face of the Spaniards there, and the referee says calm down. That was a common theme, and we've seen this movie before. That's twice that Nakazawa has been reprimanded. It's a great tackle by Serda. It's a good 1-2 by Cornejo, and they're off. And will he play in? Mendes, he won't. He hits the woodwork, and Mendes gets his reward. He's been close on more than one occasion, and it bounced nicely to him, but he was alert more than anybody else. And Spain now fully in the driving seat, take a 3-0 lead, and mass substitutions as Canestro re-enters the fold. Galvez back in. The impressive Zamora and Cornejo all come back into this game. Cornejo and Zamora will track it down. It's beautiful play once again, but crowded out by Cornejo, and off he goes again. Cornejo. Will Galvez fire that ball? Canestro will play it. It's kept in well somehow by Cornejo, and beautiful touch across to Canestro. Not so good on the second ball as it goes out. Galvez gives the thumbs up. And Nakazawa, really the Spanish bench, just wandering past Nakazawa. He's at boiling point. Referees dealing with him, similar to probably opening a bottle of fizzy pop a little at a time. It's crossed. Akisaki went with the inside foot. It's crossed well. Oka took the shot, and there's a chance for a counter-attack. It's a good throw. And just Cornejo was turned left and turned right. Didn't really see where that was going, but they'll have to defend again as Cornejo picks it up. There goes Cornejo. He wasn't spotted by Zamora. And did Cornejo pull Akisaki back? He didn't. Zamora pleading for the ball on that right-hand side. He gets it going down the middle. It's a nice touch. Back to Canestro. Nice pass across. So it'll come back. It'll just fall short. Good intent by the Spaniards. Goes back across. Canestro to Zamora. Can he slip inside? He does for a brief second. Sensibly keeps possession. The ball is with Galvez. Galvez was just caught late by the very irritable number 2, Tomoki Nakazawa, whose game plan is to always get under the skin of his opponents. Wholesale substitutions for the Japanese team again, and one of those players, Iwata, doesn't manage to control that ball. Zamora will knock it back to Canestro. Canestro will go to Galvez. The ball will come across. And it'll be Japan's ball, but only for a brief second, as they smash that ball once again, sailing past that Spanish bench. Sawol Zamora cuts inside. He's defended well by Shinozi. The 1-2 tried by Cornejo, not successful. Cornejo tracking back defensively, loses out, and off Japan go. Is this the time? It's a good save. And an even better save because he hasn't been in action for a while. Alonso pushes that one wide. It's a corner ball to Japan. Japan weren't sure that it was their corner, and they're going to be told, hurry up, get this game underway. The number 6, Ohira, goes across the take. Sawol Zamora just inside the box. Can we see how quick he can turn defence into attack? It'll be another corner. And only 1 or 2 seconds coming off the clock. If you're new to partially sighted football, one of the beauties of it is the clock stops whenever the ball goes out, which means we do not get into this gamesmanship of time wasting. That one will drift out. It will be a goal kick. So, with 3 minutes 28 seconds remaining on this clock, Japan 0 and a comfortable lead for Spain, scoring 3 goals. Alonso, nice throw, it's right at the feet of Zamora. He'll cut inside, just loses that ball, but a free kick given. Shinozi being a little bit too physical, and Zamora said, give me that ball. He is really, really into this game. Into the game for the last 3 minutes, Akexaki. Canestro will stand over this one. Can he pick something out with that left peg? To the right is Galvez. The ball is 2 meters outside the penalty area. He looks to strike, and he does. And that ball did not dip whatsoever. Right in the top corner. Is this the end of Japan's tournament? Are they going to just go and lie down right now? If we know anything about Japan, we'll know they won't, but look at the finish. It's a good job that ball was stopped by the net, or that ball would have ended up in the centre of Birmingham. What a clinical finish. Into the game for the first time, the number 8 for Spain, Berardi. Ball overrun, and still Sawol Zamora eager to get hold of that ball, get it at his feet and inflict more pain and more anxiety on this Japanese outfit. Akexaki picks it up. He really picked the wrong way to go, but it's good defending, and Zamora comes out. Can he spot Berardi in the middle? He does. Berardi goes on, and only been in the game for a matter of seconds. Could have had his first goal. Nice run by the number 8. Cornejo back to Zamora. He'll let fly. It's a good save by the Japan goalie. And Spain will mount yet another attack. Cornejo, the ball. He'll come inside. He'll drag it with his right foot. Sensibly play it back to Canestro. Ever probing Cornejo always makes the right decisions. Zamora will also knock it back. Nakazawa had a little bit of a nick at Zamora. Canestro takes it on. He'll be more than happy that they have possession deep down the left side into this Japan half. Canestro's poked that ball and it hit the hand of Takushi. Nothing intentional. Even the Spaniards didn't really go for that as Cruz comes back into the game. One thing that has been a joy to watch from these Spaniards is the link-up play of both Cruz and Zamora. They've really showed that they have a good understanding on this court. Also, at times, has Mendez, and those three players have linked up and been exciting all the way through this tournament, and it looks like, as it stands, they're going to take their team into third place, which would be a big achievement for any nation in this World Games. Barada will have the ball. He'll sensibly go back. And Canestro with the hit and hope, but if anyone can get that, it's Zamora. The ball goes out to Akitsaki. Right along the goal line, and there's the ball. On substitutions, it looked like the ball didn't bounce inside the half, or maybe it just went out on the sideline. I couldn't just see from my angle. But nevertheless, the whistle has gone. And yes, the ball did not touch the half from the goalkeeper as he played it out. It's got to bounce inside the Spanish half before they pick it up, and that's why Zamora was a little bit premature in his run. Cornejo will pass to Barreda. He'll keep it. He'll go back to Cornejo. All these players categorised at B2 and B3 level in terms of sight. The only person that doesn't apply to is the goalkeeper if they choose to employ a fully sighted goalkeeper. The ball goes across the Canadian. It's a nice ball. Zamora on the turn. Snapshot could have ended up in the net, and a nice touch by the number 13, Atsushi Hosoya. You see the run again from Zamora. He's done that time and time again, and you wouldn't put it past him to score like he did on that first goal. Scorer of 2 goals on the ball once again goes back to Cruz. Cruz will look at Zamora. It'll be 6 seconds, so he'll be encouraged to go at his defence, and it's a good touch, and it's a bad tackle by Zamora right on the stage of half-time. It is a bad tackle, and emotions always boil over for Saul Zamora. He does check on his opponent, but that's the least he can do, as that was an over-exuberant tackle. And Tomiyuko Iwata will not like that. Anyway, back to the action. The Spanish manager having a word, with Saul Zamora and saying, just calm yourself down. The half-time whistle has probably come at the right time for that young man. However, it's Japan 0, Spain with a commanding lead. This is the race for third. We'll be back with you shortly. Go get yourself a drink and get ready for 20 more minutes of fast-paced action at the University of Wolverhampton. We'll see you soon.
IBSA, International Blind Sports Federation, presents, with the support of the International Paralympic Committee, IBSA Anti-Doping App, the first application of its kind in the Paralympic movement, specifically designed for blind and visually impaired people. Athletes, coaches, medical staff, managers, and the public in general now have a powerful tool to stay focused on the principles of clean sport. Scrolling down the main menu, you can find all the important themes you need to know to play fair and be alert to testing procedures and necessary adaptations for athletes with visual impairments. IBSA gives top priority to anti-doping control, being the only international federation with 3 sports in the Paralympic family: goalball, football, and judo. IBSA anti-doping app has external links, namely to WADA, where our sport agents can always find the most updated information, especially the list of prohibited substances and methods. Glory in sport can only be achieved by the athlete's awareness of their rights and responsibilities. You can find them on the IBSA anti-doping app. IBSA is continuously promoting anti-doping education to all its affiliate athletes and sport agents, not only about the consequences of the use of doping and the risk of using supplements. IBSA believes that education is the major tool to fight doping in sport. Informed athletes can make better decisions. Download the app now at the usual operating system stores.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen history being made today.
Such a great team at these championships.
IBSA. Beyond sight. Feel the sport.
Welcome back after half-time. The University of Wolverhampton Walsall campus. And we have a cracking game and second half in store for you. However, the Japanese may think not so straightforward as they have 0. And Spain have absolutely run them off this pitch. They lead 4-0, but all it will take is a couple of early goals from Akansaki and co. And it could be a different story. Spaniards are already taken to the court. Looks they'll start with Crevelin, Barreda, Cornejo, Cruz, and the goalkeeper for Spain, the number 1, Alonso. Let's see who will take to the court for the Japanese. The number 8, Kukeoka. Number 2, the irretentive Tomoki Nakazawa. The number 3, the impressive Takushi. And the man of the moment, the number 10, Kei Akitsaki. In goal will be the number 1. That's been a change at half-time. Yuo Kado will take his place in goal. And he will be arguing, I didn't let hardly any goals in against England the other day, and that was the reason it went to penalties. Ball is with Akitsaki. He'll size his defence up. Crevelin is the man with the responsibility of stopping him. He's backed up well by Cornejo. Good strategy from the Spaniards, as there's always 2 guys to beat. That is why you sometimes see, like you do now, the flattening of the defence. It allows Akitsaki a chance to beat one man and take him out of the play. He elects to shoot. Not a bad option, and could have ricocheted off Oka. We're going to see a replay on that one, as the floor is all spread, allowing Akitsaki to perhaps get past his first defender, take them out of the game and create an advantage. Very, very inventive coach, the Spanish coach, Takeshi Kangawa, who at 6 minutes yesterday allowed Akitsaki to play out as the goalie roaming. So there was no keeper in with 6 minutes left. They soon changed that, but a bold ploy to do it that early on in the game. Ball rebounds off Cruz. He'll keep it in. He'll ask for support. Crevelin looks like he's just coming up lane. Cornejo with the ball. Spain playing left to right. Cornejo has it at his feet again. He'll go wide to Crevelin. Back to Cornejo. Cornejo will want to get rid of that ball, as he has Nakazawa in close proximity. Barreda will have acres of space. He'll go over to Cornejo. Crevelin will receive the ball and hold it up well. It's back to Cornejo, and possession football is the recipe for success. Barreda tries to take that one on, and luckily with the poor first touch. Akitsaki will go back across to Nakazawa. Nakazawa back to the feet of the absolutely sensational, I'll make no apologies for saying that, he's been magnificent, Akitsaki. Somehow retains possession, and what a flip, the ball is still in. Akitsaki playing Hakasaki by the looks of it. Oh, it's a great ball, and for some reason it looked like Crevelin tried to gain an advantage, and Nakazawa really doing what he does and being physical off the ball wins that individual battle. But if not, the Spaniards were in. Shinozi will enter the game. It'll go back possibly to Shinozi. It's not a good weighted ball by Akitsaki, and one that Shinozi will have no chance of catching. Just over 17 minutes left as Barreda gets it. Akitsaki will pick up this ball. It's a nice turn and it's a beautiful touch. He'll go back and retrieve it, but has the ball on a string. It's like a yo-yo at times, is that ball. He'll put it out in front and then he'll go get it. Look at the flip with the outside of the foot. Absolutely phenomenal skill. Corneja will roll the ball. He's right, it was a good run by Barreda, and it needed a better weighted ball by Cornejo. But Barreda's movement off the ball It's been very, very good since coming on. So if you're just joining us in this second half as the ball flies through to the keeper, you will no doubt be aware that the host nation, for most of you fans that are going to be here, your host nation, England, second seed in the world, will be taking on and trying to exercise the demons and beat the Ukrainian team, who sit number one in the world and who've been so dominant in years gone by. Is this the year on home soil that England can get that victory? Winning on penalties against Japan, it seems to be destined that these two big guns will meet in the final. Please tune in and join us about 6:15 tonight at the pre-game. All the fans are already in here, some of them, and this is a sellout as Spain come forward and Crevelin goes to the ground. It's a good run by Cruz. Crevelin will have the chance to shoot, and it's a good save. And Caddo, I absolutely love his ferocity that he's playing with. Every save that he's made, he smashed his fists in the air, applauding himself. He's his own hype man. Oh, stretching is Crevelin, who doesn't gain that ball. It sails wide. And the Japanese, a tight-knit unit, still hanging on in this game, but they need something to go their way, and they need that to happen soon. Ball is just out. It's a good idea from the number 6, Ohira. Cornejo goes to Mendes. Mendes chips the ball, and it's beautifully weighted. It's a nice touch. Just unlucky as he ran out of space. A good touch there by Cruz. Cornejo picks it up, and so they have numbers. Crevelin with a bad touch, and it allowed O'Hara to smash that ball to safety, but all of a sudden the court opened up, and at this level, these elite teams, usually made to pay. It's a nice back heel. It's with Crevelin. It's not a good ball from him, but luckily he'll get a second chance. Cruz will come off the field of play, and they will look for more stability as Canestro returns. It's back with Mendes. He'll have a chance to shoot, and it's tipped wide by Cado. And down goes O'Hara. And into the game on the left-hand side, the number 11, Galvez. He'll switch right into the middle. The routine corner ball. Galvez will be the man blocking as it nearly comes to him. But it'll go all the way across, and it won't be kept in by Mendes. Japan have a man free. It's a good ball. It's well taken. I was just going to say it's well taken by the Japanese number 8, and Japan have a man over. Played advantage. Mendes will go to Crevelin. Galvez crosses the ball. A little bit too fast for Mendes. But as soon as Kukioka lost that ball deep in the Spanish territory near the goal line, within 4 seconds, the Spaniards were down the other end. Shinozi will play that ball long. That's asking so much for the number 6 O'Hara. And back into the game, the physical Nakazawa. So as it stands, we're past the 5-minute mark of this second half, and it's Japan still on 0. Haven't really penetrated this Spanish defence. They trail by 4-0. Oh, and it was an unlucky break, really, by Crevelin. And Nakazawa will let his feelings be known, as he's done all competition. Crevelin sensibly walking the other way, not wanting to get involved in any of those things, being 4-0 up. but that would have broken to Mendes, and he was in on goal. Coming into the game, the number 3, Takushi. Also, Akasaki is back in the game. We'll go back to the keeper, Kado. He'll play it to Akasaki, and they will flatten the court and get out of his way. Nakazawa slightly in the way. He wants to take it on. He does. He goes inside, and it's a deflection, and it's well blocked. And it's a beautiful ball, and Mendes is in. And what a goal! And as soon as in the blink of an eye, as he celebrates in the bottom of your screen with the Spain fans, really alert goalkeeping from Julian Alonso. As he got the ball, it bounced a few times and it was right in the path. And a deft touch by Mendes gives him his second goal. And that is all she wrote for these Spaniards. 5-0 Spain. Maybe more to come. Can he get the hat-trick? Oh, what a save. But it does go in by Galvez. And this is becoming slightly embarrassing for these Japanese who have done so well to get to this point. It will be no disgrace that it looks like they're going to finish fourth. It will be no disgrace on their behalf, but slack play by the Japan defence, and Galvez has the easiest touches to play that ball in. It's Japan 0, Spain a devastating 6. Timeout called, as this game is still being played at a frantic speed and still has 13 minutes left to play. Japan will resume possession. I think more than anything they would like to get out of here, and they would like to see this one done. But with 13 minutes left, all they can do is play for pride, which they have done all tournament. It will be a testament to their professionalism if they can keep this going. Serda goes on the outside, crosses the ball, and it will be another Spain corner. But these teams do not get to this particular point of the tournament if they're not all together and they don't play every single second. Shot cannons wide, and it will be a Japanese goalkeeper that will throw the ball in to restart possession. Akansaki still on the court. You'll be wondering whether to take your superstar off. He's had an absolutely great tournament. And down goes Oka. May have been caught by Krevelin, but definitely Kukeoka made the most of that one. We might have a chance to see it on the replay, how hard he was caught, but Kukeoka has played this tournament with exceptional spirit. And you cannot help but think that if he goes down, it's because he got caught. So a chance for a rare strike on goal. The number 6, Elchiro Ohira, stands over the ball. In the luminous shoes, can he make this count? It's left-footed, he'll go sideways, and the opportunity is more than wasted. Oh, what skill by Akitsaki as he leaves Kanejo on the floor. But the end result is a lot of flashy football from the Japanese, but no real impetus going forward. Akitsaki has the ball, plays it to Ohiro. It's a good tackle by Galvez, and Cornejo sensibly keeps that ball. Serda is in possession with no real pressure from the men in blue. Nakasawa will stick to his task and keep after that ball. Really watching right now Cornejo and his movement. He was blocked off by Shinozi, which stopped his run. But his movement on that left-hand side is providing a really nice outlet for this Spanish team, who at this point just need to keep it flowing, just need to keep possession, just need to keep knocking it around and enjoy that they are in a devastatingly commanding lead. 6-0 to Japan. Who would have thought that both of those teams yesterday, the Spaniards were well beaten in the semi-final by Ukraine, and the Japanese were only one kick away from being in that final, losing 5-4 on a penalty shootout to the English. It's been a role reversal today, and if you were predicting the score from the get-go, I'm sure you wouldn't have gone with 6-0 to the Spaniards. Could have been 7. Akitsaki looking to get the bounce, unfortunately doesn't. Nothing has gone the way of these Japanese in this game. Cornejo will have it at his feet. He'll come right. Canestro. It goes in to Cornejo. Serda tries to hit that ball. It's back to Cornejo. And we have both Eduardo Fuentes Cornejo wearing the number 7 and Juan Miguel Fuentes Cornejo wearing the number 9. Ball goes across. It's the number 9 Cornejo that brings it out. It's Canestro to Cornejo. He'll go back, and the diminutive number 9 is having his way. Serda casually slips that ball across. It's the number 7 Canestro that makes his way over this right-hand side. Akinsaki has had enough. He's going to go track this ball down himself. Off he goes in pursuit of Serda. Serda wrong foots him. He goes again, a nice movement by Serda. He'll still gain control, and sensibly he'll go back to Cornejo, and they will knock this ball. A spell of about 20 passes by the Spanish team, and they're just absolutely toying with Japan right now, and there's the gap. And if that one would have resulted in a goal, we would have probably seen one of the team goals of the tournament. It's not to be. Canestro has it again, and they'll inflict absolutely more pain onto this Japanese side. Frustrating now, as it's a routine training exercise of how long can you keep this ball. It's 8 passes. It goes to 9. It goes to nearly 10 passes, but we'll win it back straight away. And the pressing mentality of the Spaniards has also been good. If they lose the ball, they want to win it back straight away. That's a poor ball from Canestro. That's probably the first bad ball as he wins it back that we've seen for all half. Canestro had a sight of going to goal, and a rare opportunity to come forward by the men in blue. Akitsaki will try and lull the defence to sleep. He'll turn and he'll shoot, and totally away, wanting to keep a clean sheet, is Alonso. We'll see it back as Akitsaki comes inside. Cuts up inside against the defence, and that was going right in. A good save by Alonso. So, substitutions in. And with 8 minutes just over remaining, this game, you would think, barring a minor miracle, is done. But we have to say, one of the players of this tournament who's made it so exciting, Kei Akitsaki, takes a seat, and what he hasn't done for this sport, partially sighted football, nothing to even talk about. He's been absolutely off the charts for me. Ball comes across to one of those other players leading the line, Saul Zamora. He won't be interested in keeping possession. He'll want to get on the score sheet once more. Already he has 2 goals. Will be sniffing around to get a hat-trick. It's a good save by Yuo Kado. He rolls the ball out to number 3, Takushi. He'll come across to Hanyu. Hanyu rebounds the ball off Serda. And with just under 8 minutes left, this clock cannot go fast enough for this Japanese team. The Spanish team thoroughly enjoying being in a commanding lead and knocking this ball around. It's a good ball deep into the Spain half, but it's kept in by Cornejo. And it seems like the Spaniards always have a man over. Played nicely back across, and Cornejo still full of life. It's a nice back heel. Canestro will take it on. He'll look to pass it back to Cornejo. And a good run by both of those guys comes to nothing. Serda is on the ball. Tracked down well by the Japanese. It's nicely played by Cruz. And Serda has a chance to score. And for once, Spanish team has stopped. Zamora will play it back. That's beautiful play by Zamora. And he was nearly in on goal, but the intelligent play of Saul Zamora, as we must see a replay when we get chance. But he really came back into his own half, allowed the Japanese defence to go with him, created the space on the right-hand side. Intelligent play by Saul Zamora. Barreda will just check the Japanese player is okay. Barreda will go back into the centre, and Cruz will give him the ball. He'll control it. He'll go back to Cruz. Barreda will have the ball at his feet in the middle, doing a good job moving off the ball. Serda with the nice touch. He flips it through, and it's a good ball. And in on goal is Zamora, and he'll ricochet that one off the bar. And that would have been the match ball for him, as that would have put him on 3 goals. Great break by the ever impressive Saul Zamora. The only thing that saved the day for Japan was the crossbar. Serda lets fly. And looking back on this game, not only have Spain scored 6 goals, it probably could have been maybe 8 or 9. They've had clear-cut chances. Japan, speculative efforts from maybe the edge of the box have not really tested the goalkeeper, and that is because this Spanish defence have been not only committed in the challenge, not only playing till the final whistle, but they've been organised, and that goes down to the coaching of Francesco Gomicia. He's been absolutely great in this tournament. Have we got another goal? We have, and it was just a matter of time. And the scorer is Cruz. And the name of the scorer is Marc Lados Cruz. And Spain are cruising into 3rd place. Beautiful finish by the number 4. How different could it have been if Spain were to hang on against England? And they had that 3 goals, and England came back and drew 3 each. If Spain would have taken that game, it may have meant that they would have finished 1st place, and you would have been looking right here at a semi-final matchup yesterday between them and Japan. And on the tail of the tape has been Spain are a much better team than Japan, so they would have been in the final. Only themselves to blame as the Paralions fought back. 5 minutes on the clock left for these Japanese just to see out what has been an incredible tournament. They'll just try play the ball around, and the Spanish team will want it back and want probably 1 or 2 more goals before this one's over. It's kept him well, but it falls to Bereda. He goes forward. He tries to skip Akexaki. No one has done that. And a good ball there. Nearly by Nakazawa, but it doesn't come through. The ball is won by Zamora. He'll be keen to get that 3rd goal. Not sure how many goals he is currently on in this tournament. If we look back at the group stages, Saul Zamora scoring 3 goals in the group stages. My maths is right, he'll be on 5 for the tournament. He'll be just behind Douglas Pratt, who leads on 6 goals, so we'll be looking to see who can gain the top scorer in this competition. Saul Zamora, with 4 minutes left, has a chance to get 1 or 2 more. The problem is Akexaki has the ball, and I dare you to try go get that. Spain keeping possession, just playing the last minutes out. It's a good ball and it's down the line. It's crossed in. It's Krevelin and he makes it 8. 8-0 to Spain. What a commanding lead, as the Japanese have been absolutely annihilated, and still with 3 minutes left. This could get worse. It's a good turn, and Oka could have scored and it would have been a consolation goal. It just goes to show how he is still playing, still taking the fight to the Spaniards. With 3 minutes remaining, this is definitely all said and done. And like I've said in previous games, in regards to Japan, stick a fork in them, they are done. Off he goes, Saul Zamora. It's a good, unselfish play. And did it look like a penalty? The referee says no, as it was just an incidental collision. Goal scoring opportunity was there for Krevelin. He somehow screwed that ball around the wrong side of the post. And both players checking each other are okay, but Saul Zamora, knowing he's on a hat-trick, how unselfish was he, creating the chance for Krevelin, who unfortunately couldn't oblige with the finish. But it's back to Zamora. He'll break out, he'll go on his own, and he should have slipped that ball across and should have found the bottom corner. He knows that should have been a 3rd goal for him. He'll have another chance to get at the defence. He'll drag it back and he'll let everyone breathe. It's a good ball. And it just looks like every time now the Spanish team go forward, it's going to result in a goal. Off goes Oko. He wraps his left foot around that, but it's just off the target. Good run by the Japanese number 8, and one thing you cannot question is the effort of this team. Japan have lost the ball and Bereda lets rip. And that would have really been a celebration time, as Bereda, one of the more popular members within this Spanish team, doesn't play loads. If he would have got a goal, I think the roof would have come off this building. Lots of Spanish fans in this crowd. The ball is with Krevelin. It's back to Bereda. He'll knock it back to Serda. Bereda will take his time, and it's an errant ball, but Mendes will be with it on this side. He cuts in. Can he find Krevelin? He tries to, and well read. And out goes Krevelin. Onto the field of play, Corneja. Back across to Mendes. Serda back to Mendes with 40 seconds on the clock. Is there one more chance? There is, and there is another goal. And Mendes, I think, I can't recollect there's been that many goals. I think that gives him the hat-trick, and it's 9-0. What a thumping these Japanese have taken. But I always like to see how the losing team reacts. It's a good indication of the maturity and character in these players. And the man on the ball a second ago, Akasaki, who's going again. He's by far the best player. He's by far the best player on this Japanese team, if not on this court. And he's held himself with so much class. At no point has he berated his teammates. At no point has he got his head down. He's always been an exceptional player, but an even better teammate. So I absolutely love his attitude towards the game and wish him all the best going forward. And as a commentator, you've turned me into a fan, sir. Kei Akasaki, a name to remember for this Japanese team in the world of partially sighted football. Here he is on the ball. He'll finish out the last 3 seconds. How fitting that he drifts, and a goal would have just meant so much to a lot of fans, especially the Japanese fans. But it will finish. It will finish Japan 0. It will finish Spain an unbelievably emphatic 9 goals. Sporting handshakes. Kei Akasaki and his men go across and shake hands with the referee. Saul Zamora, a big player, letting Kei Akasaki know what a great tournament he's had, as those Spanish players surround a superstar in the making. So, from the University of Wolverhampton, we already know who's finished 7th, France. Who's finished 6th, Turkey. 5th were Italy. And we know that Japan finished 4th. Spain took 3rd. It's 9-0 from the Spaniards. And we'll be back with you shortly at 6:15 for the big one. It's England taking on Ukraine, playing for the World Championship. I'm Jason Swain from the University of Wolverhampton. We'll see you soon.